The structure of the TOC changed in the late 70s. By that I mean you had to become a section champion or an at-large to even get invited to the TOC.
Coming into the TOC, we had no knowledge of anybody that played out this way.
Berkeley was a great team in '78. Bishop O'Dowd, with Robbie Beal, they had a great team. In the San Francisco teams, Bal was pretty tough. Always had great teams at Balboa.
If you look at all of the rankings, you had all of the top players that made all Northern California. So everybody wanted to see these players.
A lot of those players were outstanding guards to forwards to centers. I mean, from Doug Harris that went to Berkeley High, to Guy Williams that was 6'9", guard, power forward, O'Dowd. Mel Holland that went to Silver Creek, big, strong, jumping out the gym guard. At Mac, you had Victor Simmons and Rufus Barker. In San Francisco, we had Dean May, who was one of the top point guards definitely in Northern California, if not of all California. The recruiting scene was outstanding. At the TOC, it was great because everyone was there. I mean, from Tarkanian to Digger Phelps.
At the TOC, it really became a coach's convention. And so the fact remains that it was a very social thing in that perspective because you were looking for opportunities, to make a connection of some sort that would give you a chance to land a kid when you recruited him.
We had heard of Guy Williams from the papers. We had heard of Dean May, and that was the only two that they really talked about. And then we heard from Coach West that he read in the paper that we might not even make it out of the first round.
The thing about Crenshaw is that they weren't just tall and big, they were athletic.
They had Big Mike Johnson, who was, like 6'8", 6'9".
He might have been 6'8", but he looked like he was about 6'10" and 400 pounds, like a football player tiptoeing through the court, but had a smooth finesse about him.
He was somebody to reckon with, man. He was one of the best players in the United States, in his senior year.
Balboa was the first team that we played in. Dean May was a great point guard. We had trouble with them, but we wound up beating them.
When we played Crenshaw in the semifinals, we were going back and forth, battling back and forth. Guy would come down and score, and then Mike Johnson would come down and score. They had a big-time shootout. We actually went into overtime, and it was a great game. It was a great game. It was a great time, and the crowd was going crazy.
Actually, when we made it the first night, people didn't think we supposed to have beat Silver Creek. And semifinals, we played Berkeley High. Actually, Berkeley was one of the schools that I wanted to go to and play for. I wanted to play for Coach Daniels. Berkeley High was picked to beat us. That night we were the underdogs, and it was a great game.